What are the keys to keep the hunger and the passion for competing after so many years?
I think the secret to keep the passion for the game for so many years, it changed during the course because at first when we didn't win much things, we really wanted to be the best and lift some trophies and stuff like that. But nowadays we already lift a lot of trophies. It's more about doing it again and challenge ourselves to check if we still have in us what it takes to be the best. So I think it keeps changing. And right now we just want to dethrone the best players we're playing on other teams right now and make sure that we can be the best team again.
I think it's pretty hard when you win a lot of tournaments, but I think for us, we keep with the same mindset to be a legend. So for us, it doesn't matter how many tournaments we won. For us, matter how many tournaments we can win. So I think for us, we keep the hungry because we want to be a legendary team.
What are the most common mistakes on a semi-professional CSGO player?
I think the keys to keep being hungry is to keep yourself motivated. For me, I think too much of something is never too good. When I play CS all the time, every day, sometimes it can get tiring. You try to set higher expectations for yourself, but if you rush yourself, it's hard to keep playing and it's hard to just keep yourself focused and not frustrated. The more you play, the more frustrated you get. So I think having some time off and just balancing your life a little bit, just going to the gym or doing other activities that you like to do and coming back and play CS is better.
The common mistakes for semi-professional CSGO players, in my opinion, is the lack of communication. Like, normally they don't play for the teammate. What I can say by that is, if you put two semi-professional players and two professional players on the same situation, normally the professional players, they can see something that the semi-professional can't, and most of the time it's something related to the teammate that they have, because shooting and aiming and throwing nades, all the players can do that, is not the difference. The difference is taking all the information this teammate has or according to how the round is being played, doing something that's the best play if you play it a large amount of times.
Sometimes it's hard to get to this team. So I think for like teams start to, so the problem is they split too much. Sometimes you have a good teams, they're playing really good together, but they get to some point, they sometimes have fights or because they don't live together. So it's hard to have the same time zone for everyone. So it's like, for us, we have a routine. Every day we wake up because we live together, so we wake up, we practice, we have lunch together, have dinner together. So we can talk about our mistakes during the day, but for the semi-professional teams, they don't have this.
First, people don't trust each other. I mean, like when you're a semi-professional or trying to be a professional, I mean, like most of the players, they're trying to be the star in the team, but you don't have to be the star, you know. Like you have to do what the teams wants you to do. But most of the times, people just want to shine and kill everyone, and they start like doing mistakes that they want to be the star, but they don't have to.
What do the new generations of CSGO players bring to the scene and to the game?
I think the new generation of CSGO players are bringing a lot of skill to the table when it comes to CSGO. There are a lot of talented players coming from the most diverse countries in the world. You kind of see a lot of countries stepping up, and you see that those guys have a lot of firepower. They're very good in the game. And I think the way Counter-Strike has been developing lately, it's being way more aim-based than strat-heavy based, and it wasn't like that 2 or 3 years ago, when you could come with some very specific strategies, some different stuff in the game. But nowadays, you just feel like you can't think too much about strategies because they're gonna try to kill you right in your face. You know, it's being very fast game-paced, and those guys are just good players. So it's very cool to have new players to the scene.
I don't know if now it's easier to become a professional player than years ago.
I mean, like to become professional players nowadays, I mean, like it's more easy than like in the past because nowadays you have like more tournaments and more qualifiers to tournaments. So if you have like a small team, like not a professional team, but you're trying to get in the scene, I mean, like you have a lot of qualifiers, so you can play online and you can like show your team and people like start watching you guys like, oh, this team is good, so let's like bring them to a qualifier, so you have like more chances to go, you know. But in the past, we didn't have these chances. I'm like even more in Brazil. That's why we moved to LA, like to US, because we didn't have the chance in Brazil. So I mean, like nowadays it's easy. You can see like from the Brazilian scene, Today we have like a qualify for EPL in Brazil. So you play in Brazil for a qualify to like a world championship. So it's really good. And in the past you didn't have it. So I mean like today is easier to get in the pro scene for sure.